Valedictorian at his mid-Michigan high school was getting ready to graduate from college, but he died after getting into a confrontation with police. Benjamin Walby was 22 years old. He was valedictorian at Ogama Heights High School. But in March 2024, police were called to an apartment where Ben was apparently having a mental health crisis. The next month, he died. His family has filed a lawsuit, and Terry, they believe his death was a homicide.
Yes, and so do their attorneys. It was nearly 2 years ago when police officers in the Upper Peninsula came to an apartment because someone heard yelling and banging in a nearby apartment. Benjamin Walby would run out of the apartment, and police attempted to subdue him. You may find some of the police body camera video disturbing to watch. Before we get to that, we learn who Ben Walby was from his parents, David and Patricia.
Really loved by everybody.
I was valedictorian at Ogama Heights and worked hard for it, but and was doing very well at college. He was 4 weeks shy of graduating.
That's Ben Walby. He was a great athlete, too. His dad remembers how a Whittemore Prescott runner was up by a half a lap on Ben in a relay track event, but Ben caught him.
He just collapsed and was so tired. The kids were so excited, they picked him up and they carried him off the field. And it's so much to say that's what Ben was like, somebody that everybody loved and was impressed with the things that he did.
He went to Michigan Tech and everything was fine until the early morning hours of March 23, 2024. Police were called to an apartment complex in Hancock for a domestic disturbance.
What's your name, man?
Stupid!
No, I'm not shooting you. I gotta know what's going on, okay?
Police are trying to talk to Walby after they received a domestic violence complaint. Walby, who only had shorts on, ran out of the apartment.
Hey! Taser! Taser!
It took several minutes for police to gain control of Ben, who was kicking and yelling incoherently. The body camera video shows him being tased multiple times. Even after he was in handcuffs and his feet were tied, he became unconscious and was taken to the hospital and died 12 days later. His parents have filed this lawsuit against Houghton County, the cities of Houghton and Hancock, and 11 police officers from a variety of agencies.
It's clear that what they did is they killed Ben.
The Walbys are represented by Gary Felty and James Harrington of the Feiger Law Firm.
The police immediately released a statement that this man, Benjamin, he died from self-inflicted wounds. And there wasn't a single mention of being restrained on the cold ground. And there wasn't a single mention that after he was hogtied, he was continuously tased. And this whole event was about 18 minutes.
Harrington claims Walby was tased 17 times.
He was brain damage from a deprivation of oxygen. That's not self-inflicted.
Walby did have cuts on his abdomen from the domestic situation, but Felty says those were superficial wounds. He says tasers can be deadly weapons.
Many departments are losing sight of that and are just using these things simply, like I said, as a matter of convenience.
The Houghton Police Department released a statement saying it does not comment on pending litigation, but added, "Our officers were confronted with an impossible situation, and we support the decisions they were forced to make under pressure." 2 of its officers were involved in that situation with Walby. Other agencies have also backed their officers, but have declined to comment further. The Walbys believe their son's civil rights were violated, that this was excessive force, that there should have been de-escalation.
We miss him every day.
He just doesn't deserve this, and nobody deserves this. And so there's got to be some systemic change on some of this.
Now, I tried to reach Houghton County Prosecutor Daniel Helmer for comment for a few days now, but did not hear back. But in a story published by an Upper Peninsula news outlet, Helmer wrote in an investigative report that the death of Benjamin Walby was not criminal and that the tasers did not play a role in his death.